Well, if this video will be about sexuality for women. Now, you probably heard a lot about problems with female orgasms and what's going on, and there is a lot of stories and books about that and videos. Now, first thing, one of the most important things that when we lived in ancient times and we didn't have we were not humans yet, let's say animal instincts, we didn't have sexuality, we only had reproduction like animals. So in order to survive, we could not have sexuality because it's was if a man have sex with a woman in savannah for too long, he loses his control more than a couple of minutes, he can be eaten by wild animals. There was no sexuality. When it became in different times, we became humans, we had our castles, caves, houses, then it came in order for survival, we got sexuality because man was tied to a woman and he had to stay with her in order to support children, and her, when she was pregnant or was breastfeeding, or she couldn't hunt. Imagine 8 months old woman pregnant in savannah. She couldn't run, she couldn't hunt. She's like a child, 1 year, 2 years old. She almost completely helpless as far as getting resources. She could do other stuff, but chasing the deer we didn't have spears, we didn't have bow yet, we didn't have tools, hammer, stone axe. I mean, it was impossible to feed herself. So a man had to stay with her in order to support her. We got sexuality. Now, because we have sexuality, a lot of women, they don't have experienced orgasm because men don't use their sexuality as full force, you can say. Now, what is full force? First of all, they need to know how and what types of orgasms women can have, and it's more than at least 13 that I know, probably even more than that. I think average man knows about one, and not everything, just now. Next, the prelude, before it comes to the sex, usually it takes couple of minutes, 1 to 5 minutes. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe it could be a little more, but on average. Sometimes fast, yes, it's fine, but it's different when it's right away, kind of crazy, yes. But probably when woman feels really safe, relaxed, she knows you maybe for some time, it could happen, or she really kind of, you can say she's really feminine and she has this feminine energy, yes. But most of the women, they have some issues, stress, fears. What triggers, at least fear, it stops the blood flow from all the mucous membranes and it redirects it toward heart and brain, most important parts of the body. So it's very hard for her when she doesn't feel 100% safety and security with the man. She's probably not gonna reach orgasm. Now, another thing is that prelude, the time that you have to take with the woman before penetration, it's not 1 to 2 minutes. and 5 minutes. It has to be at least 30 minutes. That's sexuality. 30 minutes at least. Could be 30 to 40. Now, you're probably gonna like, what I'm gonna do 30 minutes? Well, we're gonna do different videos for that. There's a lot of things to do because it's a lot of different orgasms she can experience before even penetration. And we'll talk one by one. I'll create some videos. Now, I'm not gonna talk about a G-spot orgasm. You probably heard even A-spot orgasm. But as I see when a coach or trainer, sexual therapist talks about that, they only talk how how it's done by man, what man needs to do, where he has to put his finger, what he needs to do with, but what they don't talk about woman, what she needs to do, because if she doesn't do some of the things, she might not reach it. And one of the things she could do, it's send deep breath and kind of with the mouth, by the way, not the nose. Intense breath, kind of fast breath through mouth. Now, it's one thing she could do, but because that breath it stimulates those by oxygen. I mean, it's important for that. Now, another thing she has to do. Let's say now you're trying to give her a spot orgasm or whatever, another orgasm. The most saliva she's gonna have in her mouth, the easier for her will be to reach it. Now, in one of the videos, I'm gonna cover the details why and how, but just trust me on that. Now, in order to get it, I guess she has to imagine a lemon, or you could give a lollipop, or figure out the way, maybe by kissing a lot. But the more saliva she will have in her mouth, the easier will be to reach that orgasm. So woman, she needs to also participate in that process, while man is helping her to reach it. And we'll talk about everyone separate videos, but they both have to work on that. She has to also focus. She has to kind of we'll have another, let's say one more I'll give you. She has to, when he looks in her eyes, she has to close her eyes and kind of focus on that third eye, like the Indian, the yogas they have, and kind of focus her, you can say, mentally by breathing, or because she has to it's also very important where she's focusing. So because if she's gonna think she never had orgasm before, or she had issues with that, instead of focusing third eye and really strong focus deep, she might have also that problem to reach it. So it's very important. All right, so see you next one. Bye.